Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is ThePromG and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, what I have for you guys today is going to be answering a little bit of a question that I've had a lot of people ask me in the past. Today, I'm going to be answering and discussing the question, why do I gravitate towards and collect rare manga? And when I say rare manga, you know, there are a lot of rare Tokyopop series that nobody cares about. That's why they're $1 a volume. But for this video, I'm mainly talking about expensive, hard to find, rare series such as Gantz and the Singles and series like GTO. But not only do I get asked this question a lot, I also see a lot of people making assumptions about why I collect rare manga, most of which are negative and things that just aren't true. So I want to clarify those things and just talk with you guys today about why I mostly collect rare series. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then make sure to leave it a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so if you've been around the channel for any amount of time, or you've seen my manga collection video, then you'll know that I don't only collect rare manga series. I collect series such as, you know, One Punch Man, Slam Dunk, I guess, which is kind of rare now, but just wait for it to be back in stock and it won't be rare anymore. So I collect these non-rare and ongoing manga series, but a large portion of my manga collection and the series that I tend to like the most are the more rare and expensive ones. Now, a little bit of background on me. I've always been a collector, whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Even the first thing I ever collected was football and baseball cards as a kid. I've just always loved collecting things. And ever since those early days of collecting, I've just been infatuated with the idea of collecting and hunting down rare things in that hobby. So even though back in the day when I was buying, you know, packs of Pokemon cards and football cards, I didn't really have the money to go out and actually look and hunt down these really rare and expensive things. But now that I have a little bit of money to spend and I have a new hobby, obviously being manga, I've really found myself looking for those rare volumes and rare series a lot more often. And there's just something so cool to me about just knowing that I have some really rare and hard to find and very desirable things in my collection, because I feel like it just makes my collection as a whole a lot more interesting. And while there's nothing wrong with just, you know, having the typical Shonen Jump series like My Hero, Demon Slayer, you know, just having that as your collection, it just wouldn't really cut it for me. I always have to have something that's a little bit out there, and sometimes those are the series that I end up enjoying the most. And that kind of brings me into the second point of why I like collecting rare and out-of-print series, is that a lot of those hidden gem series that are rare and hard to find end up being some of the most out there and enjoyable series that I would have absolutely never found otherwise. For example, taking a series like ThePromG, it's one of my favorite short manga of all time. I ended up finding this series from another rare series, that being Eden Endless World, which I also feel like doesn't get a whole lot of representation in the whole manga sphere. Although it seems like a lot of people are now looking for it and reading it, whether it be from my recommendation or not, but it seems like a lot more people are interested in it now, which is great. But as for ThePromG, I only found that series from knowing it was from this one manga who I really like this other rare series from. So of course that led me to find out about ThePromG, which is an even less talked about series than Eden, and after reading it, it became one of my favorite series of all time. If I wasn't into rare manga collecting, or I wasn't constantly hunting down for rare series to learn about, I would have never found this series in a million years, and I'm so glad that I did. And the next reason why I love out-of-print rare manga collecting is the thrill of the hunt. Whether it be going to used stores and checking out for rare manga, or going on eBay searching for deals in series that I've never heard of to take a gamble on, I absolutely love looking for deals on rare manga. It's basically the same mentality as, you know, going to the thrift store and looking for some cool clothes. It really is just interesting to go out and see what is out there, because you never quite know exactly what you're going to find. And you know, every so often, you'll get a series like ThePromG that you would have never found otherwise if you weren't just out there hunting for some rare manga. You might be able to find an amazing deal like I did on this series. And of course, snagging this amazing deal for ThePromG was one of the countless times that I've just been able to find insane deals on rare manga out in the wild. And I've seen lots of people make this certain assumption about me that I only like series because they're hard to find or the volumes are expensive. And while I can definitely see the correlation with some of my top picks, you know, they ended up actually being a little bit hard to find. But the main reason this is because a lot of my interest lies in these different topics that are covered by these old series that end up being a little bit out of print. If you guys know me, you'll know I love things like sci-fi, you know, hyper-violent manga. And it seems like a lot of the most highly acclaimed and best series that fit the description, you know, series like Gantz, Eden Endless World, Battle Royale, they all just seem to be older and out of print for some reason. And of course, while this isn't always the case, you know, there are sci-fi series that I really like that are still in print, like Gigant or Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, and of course other hyper-violent series such as Vinland Saga and Berserk, which are in my top 5 of all time. You know, I don't just like manga because they're rare and hard to find, and I feel like I'm better than everyone else because I have all these different series that are rare, so I want to show off how amazing they are to make everyone else feel bad, because I feel like I've seen that opinion and people comment that about me, which is just straight up not true at all, and honestly very disheartening to see people think that. It just happens to be that most of the really classic and highly acclaimed series that I'm interested in, these genres that I find extremely interesting, just happen to be old and out of print. That's just the way it is. If I want to experience those series in the best way I can, I've got to collect them physically. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on is why I usually collect series that have either a new edition, such as Blam. Why on earth would I go out of my way and spend extra money just to read the older format, such as the singles of Blam or the singles of Monster? And this boils down to a few reasons, which I'll go through. First off, I think that the singles usually look a lot better than the new editions that get put out, such as Monster. While the Monster Perfect editions look very, very good, I just personally prefer the singles. An even better example would be Battle Angel Alita and Alita Last Order, when you compare the beautiful singles to these really, really crappy looking omnibuses. There's just no comparison. Of course, I have to collect the singles. The second reason is pretty simple. I just like holding single volumes in my hands compared to omnibuses, especially series like Gantz, where the omnibuses, crack if you bend them too far. I'd rather just not damage my manga and take the chance and just get the singles. And the third main reason why it comes back to the thrill of the hunt. If I wanted to collect a series like Battle Angel Alita and I want to do it in the cheapest way possible and get those ugly omnibuses, it'd be no problem at all for me to go on Amazon or Right Stuff and just order them. But that's no fun for me. And while obviously I still have a lot of fun collecting manga, through retailers like Amazon and Right Stuff, Barnes & Noble, and what have you, I just love having that little bit of extra fun that's added onto the collection when you're going out of your way, just hunting down those rare series. Also, I guess the fourth reason that I forgot to mention about why I like collecting series like that in those formats is that they appreciate and value a lot more and a lot faster than the currently releasing prints. And while obviously I'm not just buying all my manga to sell, I buy manga to read because I love all these rare series that I collect. Most of them anyway. It's just kind of cool to watch a certain series or volume just increase in value after time and time again. It just becomes more and more valuable. It just amplifies those elements of joy that I get from hunting and owning rare manga series, like I mentioned in my first point. And while I get a lot of you probably won't hold these same sentiments, we all collect in different ways, and any way you want to collect manga is fine by me. There's nothing wrong with just sticking to ongoing series that are in print, and there's nothing wrong with, pushing all that to the side and only collecting the rarest of the rare. And even though I find myself kind of in the middle of both of those different ends of the spectrum, I just absolutely love collecting rare manga, and hope that I was able to explain the reasons why I love collecting these rare and out-of-print series a little bit better for you guys, so you can be a little bit more in the loop, and so you guys can get a little bit of better idea of what goes on in my head when I'm collecting an absurdly expensive manga series. But yeah, guys, that's basically what I want to do it for this video. We're talking about why I enjoy collecting rare and out-of-print manga series. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So yeah, this has been ThePromG. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, hope to catch you in the next one.